Good morning, Nigeria. As I always say, TVC has a finger on the pulse and an eye on the streets, and this Friday is no different. Here on the Trending Now segment, we bring you trending stories that are shaping the world that you and I live in. We begin today in the education sector, where the West African Examination Council says it's hitting pause on the recently released West African State School Certificate Examination results, just days after making them public due to technical issues. Now, in a statement, the examination body explained that during an internal review, it found glitches linked to a new system it just introduced this year. The innovation was a move to serialize course subjects like math, English, biology, and economics to curb malpractice, but that system may have caused some errors in some students' results. And as a result of this, WAEC has temporarily blocked access to the result checker portal while it works to fix the problem. Now, the council has apologized to affected candidates and parents, promising that the matter will be resolved transparently and within 24 hours. Now, this comes just as the 2025 West African State School Certificate Examination results were already under fire for what has been described as the worst performance in over a decade. The situation has, of course, backlash online, with many people accusing WAEC of mishandling the process and jeopardizing students' futures. With both WAEC and JAM now admitting to technical glitches this year, concerns are, of course, growing over the reliability of Nigeria's major education assessment systems. This is very worrisome. Let's take a look at social media. Dumb Spyro says, when you marked the scripts and saw massive failure in English, were you not supposed to review it first before releasing it to the public? Bunch of incompetent officials. Shaibi says, I'm curious about how they intend to justify the 24-hour miracle of great changes. Many parents will likely demand a review of their children's scripts. Whatever you're working on, ensure it's done correctly, or you could face a year of lawsuits. Parents are upset, and not everyone will smile at any crocodile tears on national TV. We saw WAEC officials earlier on this year crying on national TV. And Desmond says, this latest failure appears to follow a disturbing pattern of systemic inefficiency rather than an isolated incident. For an institution tasked with such an important national role, this level of unpreparedness is unacceptable. I want to right here on this segment shout out Dr. Alex Onya. He's the CEO of Educare, and he was the whistleblower when JAM was having issues concerning their results and certification. And he's the same whistleblower that called out WAEC. And so it's good to know that we have people on ground that care about the future of Nigerian youth. But moving on to matters of police. The police in Ekiti State have just rescued a newborn boy stolen from a health center in Ado Ekiti. The State Commissioner of Police, Joseph Eribo, says that the baby was found after a diligent investigation that led to the arrest of 34-year-old Deborah Ayeni. The suspect was paraded at the command headquarters before the infant was handed back to his parents. And Ms. Ayeni admitted to taking the child, claiming that she wanted a baby of her own after losing a pregnancy. She told police that she had recently done a marriage engagement with a UK-based man and had disguised herself as pregnant by stuffing her clothes. Take a look at what she had to say when they caught her.
Yes.
What happened to your pregnancy?
I lost it.
When?
I lost it around March.
This year?
Yes.
Did you tell your husband that you lost
Just,
If you are complete, oh yeah.
I just want to take him as mine.
You wanted to take the baby as yours?
Yes.
Are you legally married?
No, but I've done my introduction.
You did your introduction
Yes.
when?
Last year.
Last year when? Did you lose
November.
Or does it mean that, or were you told that you cannot have your own child?
No.
Why stealing a child?
It's because I was thinking maybe if I should tell my husband that I lost the pregnancy, maybe he will leave me. Yes, I want the baby.
You need the baby?
Yes.
Right. Tell us.
You were pregnant before?
Yes.
What happened to your pregnancy?
I lost it.
When?
I lost it around March.
This year?
Yes.
Did you tell your husband that you lost?
Just
Now, according to this young woman, she befriended the baby's parents at the health center, speaking with them in Hausa and even spending the night with the family. And she struck at about 4 a.m. when the father had gone for prayers and the mother was in the bathroom, slipping away on a commercial motorcycle. The suspect has denied any collusion with hospital staff and said she'd been waiting for an opportunity to take the newborn. She claimed that she fed the baby formula and took good care of him during the 2 days he was in her custody. This is very worrisome. I wonder what would drive a young woman to do this. There's no sort of a miscarriage or any societal expectations that should drive you to this. But some people online were suspecting foul play, saying that is she working for a bigger network of people, because we know there are baby factories in Nigeria. But still on the matter of children, a Nigerian mother has raised the alarm after her 2-year-old daughter allegedly went missing during a date with the man she was seeing. According to human rights activist Harrison Gwamnishu, who shared the story online, the woman met the man at her POS stand business and he began supporting her and her child financially. But things took a dark turn. She says that during a visit to a hotel together, the man reportedly left with the child and, get this, he vanished. And his phone has been off since and she hasn't seen her daughter. Take a look at this video.
All right. She met a man who they became friends, you know, boyfriend and girlfriend, and the man invited her to a hotel. And from that day till now, she has not set her eyes on her child. Her child of 2 years was stolen. And since that time till now, this man on the screen took the child and ran away. So if you are seeing this video, please look out for this picture.
I even collected someone's phone and called him. When he picked and hears my voice, he just cut the call.
Now she's pleading with the public to help identify and locate this man. We displayed his picture earlier on, and so if you know anything, please reach out to the Harrison Gwamnishu on Instagram. While many people online are, of course, sympathizing with this woman, others are questioning her judgment. They're asking why she allowed this man such access to her child. But regardless, I think what we should focus on is the fact that a child is missing and a mother is desperate to find her. Let's take a look at social media. This is the young child in question. Crypto Chief says, while it's important to feel deep sympathy for the missing child, it's also fair to ask tough questions. Taking a 2-year-old to meet a stranger at a hotel was an extremely risky and questionable decision. As painful as the situation is, parents must always prioritize their children's safety over personal desires. This tragedy could possibly have been avoided. Some Nigerian women behave somehow. Hope Alive says, I cannot blame this lady. This can happen to anybody. This is a result of a failed family bond and as a result of poverty. Please, Police Nigeria, kindly help this lady, please. This could be our sister, our cousin, or even our niece. And First Son says, a man you just met invited you to a hotel and you went to see him with your 2-year-old daughter. She should be in jail for child negligence. Whether we like to admit it or not, single mothers during dating have to be particularly careful because they are vulnerable and prime targets of people like this man. Team, we are seeing 2 stories today highlighting just how in danger the Nigerian child is. We're talking baby factories, baby kidnappings, children going missing. What systems do we need to put in place to avoid this sort of thing? Where are we failing?
Where we're failing, that's a tall question that I would have to go do some research before I can answer intelligently. But I want to thank the police in Ekiti for a swift work they did to get that baby out. And from all indications, the lady that stole that child had planned it, so it's premeditated. And why would you do that? Because you don't want your boyfriend to know that you lost your pregnancy. Losing a pregnancy is not a crime. You know, she would have just spoken to her man, and she sounded well-schooled. No, but I personally wouldn't have expected somebody that is that educated to be that, I don't want to use the word. For the 2-year-old child that is missing, you have a boyfriend. I think the first thing you want to do is know where the man lives. You know, going to a hotel to see the guy with your 2-year-old baby, that's quite insensitive, but my heart goes out to her. It's not easy to lose a child. So if we can, let us try as much as we can to help her locate that baby.
I do hope that nothing has happened to that child as we speak. because the guy is not responding to calls as she has claimed. It's sad that, yes, as a single mother, we know she's going through a lot of challenges. It's not easy to take care of a child alone and do the needful, but you do not put your child in harm's way as a result of trying to meet up with someone you have no idea who he is. It's unfortunate that she has found herself in this situation. I do hope that that child is still alive as we speak, and that that guy is brought to book for doing what he did. And then talking about the lady who stole a baby, a relationship built on lies cannot stand. I mean, if you lost your baby, then talk with that guy that, no, I lost my baby and that's the situation. Why would he want to end the relationship because you lost your baby? Was it your making? I think that the way she went about it, it signals something to me that perhaps she's criminally minded, because she built trust with those families, ensured that they lost God, and then she took advantage. Is it possible that she has been doing this before and she was just giving excuses? Why would you cover your stomach and act like you were pregnant when you knew you lost your baby? There's so many questions here. I'm not an investigator, but I just feel that there's something she's not telling us, and more investigation needs to be done. She needs to face the full wrath of the law. And I agree completely that there has to be proper investigation, because if your fiance is going to leave you because you lost a pregnancy, if it's not your making, it's not your making. Even if it is, if he loves you, if he truly loves you, then you would think of how to, begin to raise another baby. But for you to have done what you've done, regardless, you're only appealing to emotions, and that doesn't hold water. You have to face it. You have to face the full wrath of the law, because there is more to this than meets the eye. Absolutely. Talk about the other one, which is the date kidnap. I don't understand the level of desperation rather, when you meet a man and then you, even without your daughter or your son, and you want to go alone. It's always better. It may sound somewhat awkward, but I feel it's the right thing. That you should go with, meet the person in public. Always meet in public. This is someone that you don't even have any connection to. Even if you're thinking, yes, I might eventually get married to this person. Always meet in public. And if you have to meet somewhere secluded, get someone who is mature, a male, who would be your company, so that whatever it is that's going to happen, you know that you have someone who is there watching over both of you. You do not go the level of desperation because you are maybe poverty, feeling economic hardship or whatever, or you're emotionally down, you want someone who is going to help you. Come on, let's do things right.
Absolutely, and I hope that pretty soon, maybe even next week, I get to report that this child has been found. Hopefully. Moving on.
I'm waiting for that report.
Absolutely. Moving on, in Abu